purpose of this video is for you to describe a solution with the key correct terminology. Now, a solution is when you've got one thing dissolved in another thing, typically. This is most common, it's a liquid or a liquid with a solid in it. And like salt water or sugar water or salt solution. Solutions tend to be liquid with a solid dissolved in there. It also can be another liquid dissolved in there, like alcohol and water. And that's typically what a solution is. There are two components of a solution. One is the solute, and the solute is what gets dissolved, and the solvent is what does the dissolving. In this case, my solvent is water, and whatever's in there, minerals, compounds, is the solute. So solvents are typically liquids, like water, typically liquids. There are some other ones that are less common, but this is just the common ones. And the solutes are substances such as compounds like sodium chloride, salt, elements, oxygen gas, carbon dioxide, or other liquids like alcohol or rubbing alcohol. There also can be electrolytes and non-electrolytes dissolved in there. And the electrolytes are things that conduct. This is when you've got a compound that breaks apart into a cation and an anion. And a cation is something with a positive charge, and that floats around in there dissolved. And the anion is something with the negative charge, and that also floats around there with a charge. And there are also non-electrolytes. Non-electrolytes are something like sugar. Sugar, when it gets dissolved, it just spreads out and gets dissolved in liquid and just hangs out. Electrolytes are things like salt, sodium chloride, because sodium chloride, it's got the anion and cation together when it's a solid, but when they're dissolved, they separate, and then your anion and cation float around, and that is what allows it to conduct. So our 5 terms that we're learning: solution, that's when something is dissolved in something else, like salt water. The solute is what gets dissolved, often salt. The solvent is what does the dissolving. That's most often water. Water solutions are called aqueous. Aqueous solutions means solutions that have water. Now, there are a couple specific types of solutes, or things that are dissolved in water, and they're cations and anions. There's one of them. Cations are positive parts and anions are negative parts, and they're often found in solutions. These two are electrolytes because that allows it to conduct, and non-electrolytes are compounds that don't carry a charge but are dissolved. So their solution cannot conduct.